Ladies and gents, welcome back to a brand new video. Now, of course, we are talking about potentially another massive device on the horizon. We have leaks, renders, and I just want to have a little chat with you and let you know where we're up to. We are, of course, talking about the Xiaomi Mi Mix 3. Let's get straight to it. Hi guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Now, of course, Xiaomi release generally 2 flagships a year, the Mi variety, the Mi 8, etc., or the Mi Mix. Most of you will probably know that we had the Xiaomi Mi 8 that was released back on the 5th of June, and I did say I was going to do an unboxing and review on it. What I have decided to actually do in this matter is wait for the global ROM. It is being sent to me, but it is the global ROM version, and I feel that's the best way that I can actually review it and tell you guys whether I think it's a good purchase for you. Obviously, the Chinese and English ROM version was offered, but I felt in order to fairly pass judgment on the phone, I should wait a little longer and actually, like I said, review that global ROM. It is being sent. I will keep you updated on my other social medias, Twitter and Instagram, ASB_YT. So if you are interested in seeing that, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. So that's one reason why I feel you should potentially forget the Xiaomi Mi 8 for now, but not the sole reason. Another reason is, of course, the fact that, as you well know, we have the Xiaomi Mi Mix 3 on the horizon. And the Mi Mix 3 is going to have pretty much the exact same specs as the Mi 8. The only difference is we're going to see a almost bezel-less display as opposed to the Mi 8, which, of course, has the 2018 trend of the notch. A little bit of backstory, if you don't know, the Mix variety was kind of the first real push in the direction of having a bezel-less display. Xiaomi were the first in that sense, really, outside of Sharp. Then came the Mi Mix 2, which tried to sort of build on that original version, but for a few different reasons, a few customers were disappointed, mainly the camera and some software issues and things like that. The Mi Mix 2 was released in September. The Mi Mix 2S was released some sort of 5 months later, which might seem a little bit odd at first impressions, knowing that the Mi Mix 3 potentially would be around the corner because they tend to release that flagship in September and available for purchase in October time. So we are expecting the same again this year, but they may have done that due to sales of the Mi Mix 2. Maybe they were not happy with those and they decided to change a few little things, mainly upgrading that camera to a dual camera setup. And according to most consumers, it did a much better job, scoring very highly in a lot of different tests. They also upgraded the chipset from the 835 Snapdragon to the 2018 845 Snapdragon, and it just felt on the whole a more rounded device. They possibly were looking at what OnePlus have been doing over the last few years with the T variant that is released 5-6 months after the original. So the 5, the 5T, the 3, the 3T. I'm guessing we're probably going to see a 6T as well in November time. However, this race for the full bezel-less display has been a really interesting one. And up until really a couple of months ago, Xiaomi were still right at the top. However, we of course had the Vivo Nex. We had the Oppo Find X, which have been launched within the last sort of couple of months and have put pressure on that title. Both of those phones were almost bezel-less completely. However, they did have motorized parts, so we had cameras popping out of the top, whole sections popping up on the Find X, and nobody's really tested these phones to see the longevity of how they will perform over weeks, months and years. So could Xiaomi with the Mi Mix 3 finally be the one to do it, shave off all the bezels and not have a motorized pop-up setup? We'll find out. Well, in terms of that design, while still not confirmed, and again, you have to take a lot of these with a pinch of salt because we get concepts, we get renders, we get leaks, and who do you believe at this moment in time? We are still, remember, good maths, we'll say 3 months away from launch. They certainly will have been working on it. What we can see in a lot of these renders and leaked images is that we have no top bezel whatsoever, like we've seen with the Mi Mix and the Mi Mix 2, but also the bottom bezel has almost completely gone as well. And of course, we know that that's where the front-facing selfie camera was housed on the Mi Mix 2 and Mi Mix 1. So I know what you're thinking. Where's the front-facing camera going to be? Well, looks like, again, like we've already seen, that we are possibly going to see a motorized camera pop-up. Is this the second trend of 2018? First we had the notch, now we're going to have the pop-ups, possibly. Again, these haven't been tested, and if you're spending your hard-earned cash on these devices, I personally would be very skeptical about buying them straight away and not waiting for a sort of second-gen version of these motorized phones, because you've got to think about water resistancy, dust, grains of sand, whatever, motorized parts, if you're getting stuff that might go in it, even dust, it could cause a problem over time, especially if you're using it all the time for 3D facial recognition, for example, like Xiaomi have pushed on the Mi 8. That might be what they're going to try and push on the Mi Mix 3 as well. Then it's going to be used all the time if it does have that motorized pop-up. We also have a patent filed to back this leak up, which actually shows a motorized pop-up camera. So you're almost choosing between the early 2018 trend and the latter 2018 trend. Do you prefer the notch or do you prefer the pop-up motorized front-facing camera? But also on these pictures, we do see a fingerprint sensor under the display. Now, we've seen that on the Explorer version of the Mi 8, so I could well imagine that being a feature on the Mi Mix 3. And we have a pretty small bottom bezel. Now, the main reason why they might be able to drop that bottom bezel, which a lot of other manufacturers have been struggling to achieve, is to actually fold the display underneath itself like we see on the iPhone 10. That seems to be the only real way at this moment in time in order to trim that bottom bezel, because most phones have a bottom bezel in order to put the ribbon connecting the display and the motherboard. If you fold the display underneath itself, the ribbon can go underneath up behind, and then we have a smaller bottom bezel. Will we see that? Only time will tell. Remember, we are still very, very early, and these may well not be true. Here's where you guys come in. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of these leaks images and renders. Is it something that you are interested in? Do you want to possibly look at getting the Xiaomi Mi Mix 3? What are going to be the deal breakers for you guys in terms of getting that device over certain others? What on the leaked pictures do you not like? And of course, what are the standout features that you do like? As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts. I will be sifting through and will be trying to answer as many comments and questions as I can. Like and share if you did enjoy this video and found it helpful. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell if you are indeed interested in everything Xiaomi, Xiaomi Mi Mix 3, smartphones in general, tech in general, pretty much daily content on this channel. I love you and leave you. I'll see you in the next one. Say ASBYT. Peace out.